Elsewhere tonight, another chapter in the tragic story of Laura Cummings played out today in court. News 4's Al Vaughters reports a defense attorney is trying to throw out Luke Wright's confessions in the rape and torture that preceded his half-sister's murder.
It's called a Huntley hearing. Luke Wright's lawyers are trying to block certain statements he made to sheriff's investigators from being admitted at trial. Wright is accused of brutally raping, sodomizing, and assaulting his half-sister, Laura Cummings, who was murdered by their mother, Eva Cummings, at their North Collins home on January 21st last year.
He had no idea that he was being considered as a suspect. He had no idea that he had done anything wrong.
Defense lawyer John Nucciarino says psychiatrists have testified Luke Wright is mentally retarded and suffering from traumatic brain injuries inflicted by his stepfather, David Cummings, beating him over the head with a baseball bat.
Luke had difficulty understanding basic concepts, and words such as jury and judge had to be explained to Luke. He had no idea the meaning of waiving constitutional rights.
Erie County Sheriff's investigators testified they read Luke Wright his Miranda warnings on several occasions prior to taking his written statements, advising Wright he had the right to remain silent and have an attorney present. Despite those warnings, Wright gave gruesome testimony to the detectives of Laura Cummings' beatings, scaldings, being tied up and sodomized with a broomstick. Wright's attorneys contend he is functionally illiterate and couldn't appreciate the trouble he was bringing on himself.
As to whether he had an appreciation, for example, with regard to sexual relations with his sister that he contends and others have contended were voluntary, does he have a basic appreciation as to the wrongfulness of that? Not at all.
Erie County Judge Michael D'Amico is taking the testimony under advisement with a ruling to come later. Luke Wright's trial on rape, assault, and sodomy charges is set to get underway in 3 weeks. Al Vaughters, News 4 at 6.